So it has been recently announced that Kuruk, the water avatar preceding Avatar Aang, will have an expanded role in the live-action series. Let's talk about why this excites me so much. Hey folks, my name is Antoine, your resident geek, giving you theories and discussion of all things Avatar, and today we'll be discussing the new information coming out of Netflix's live-action adaptation of The Last Airbender. According to the story, which was broken by Night Edge Media and reposted by Avatar News, Netflix is currently casting for the role of Avatar Kuruk. Now, if you are a more casual fan of Avatar, you might not know who this dude is, and that's fair. In the original show, he was a tad bit forgettable, and the fanbase for years wrote him off as the worst Avatar in the franchise due to his short life and seemingly him doing nothing to protect the world he was supposed to. Famously, he was known for having a wife who got her face stolen by the spirit, Ko the Face Stealer, to which Kuruk got reduced to nothing more than a vengeful avatar spending his entire life looking for Ko so that he could destroy him. It wasn't until years later that Kuruk would be seen in a new light. In the Shadow of Kyoshi novel, it was revealed why Kuruk lived such a short life and why it seemed he was shirking his responsibilities. You can find out more about that in this video here. But ultimately, this single bit of information has actually made me more excited for what's to come from the live-action adaptation. As most of you know, I have been rather apprehensive toward this project all the way back when it first got announced. I got the receipts, and my apprehension wasn't helped at all when the original creators left due to creative differences. But this new information might turn me around just a bit. So the main part of this story that was interesting besides the general casting of Avatar Kuruk is that this avatar will hold a significant role in the final episodes of the first season. That's right, during the Siege of the North, when the Fire Nation attacks the Northern Water Tribe, Aang will commune directly with Kuruk. This is significant to me for two reasons. One, in the original show, when Aang travels to the spirit world to find Ko the Face Stealer, we get all this backstory for Avatar Kuruk, but not actual Kuruk. In the original, all we got was a few flashes of Kuruk here and there, with his first lines, very brief lines mind you, only coming in the final episodes of the series. With this new setup, we can get far more insight into Kuruk's mindset and personality. Netflix even has the opportunity to implement the new information we have about him from the Kyoshi novels. And we know from another recent story that the actress playing Kyoshi, Yvonne Chapman, has read through the entire Kyoshi series. Speaking of Kyoshi, that brings me to my second reason for this whole Kuruk business being so significant. 2. With the addition of the water avatar, it would seem that there is going to be more diversity between the past lives and their representation. In the original show, we only got insight from Avatar Roku most of the time, which makes sense to be fair. Roku was the past life just before Aang, so he would have the strongest connection. But I think it makes far more sense that Aang would connect with his other past lives when he's connected to their element or nation. For example, we see him straight up possessed by Kyoshi, but that wasn't until Book 2. Now, with the hiring of a live-action Kyoshi in Book 1 that seems to be an expanded role beyond being a background character, I would bet money that the Kyoshi Warrior arc will involve Kyoshi far more intimately than before. And I'm sure Roku will get his nod just like in the original show when Team Avatar visited his temple on Crescent Island. And now we have Kuruk holding more relevance when Aang is within the boundaries of the Northern Water Tribe. This, I think, is a fantastic decision and one of the benefits of adapting a work rather than outright copying it. In fact, I would say this is an all-around better decision than what we got in the original. Thus, the reason for my slight 180 on the idea of the show. These are the kinds of decisions I wanted to see from an adaptation. I think Netflix is only going to set itself up for failure if it tries to go for a one-to-one remake of the original, just done in live action. I mean, they still have to deal with the issue of adapting an animated work, which hasn't gone over well for their past attempts. After all, you simply can't replicate the vibe of an animated show in live action unless you go the route of a Kung Fu Hustle or Scott Pilgrim, and so far, I don't think they're gonna go that nuts with it. But, my god, can you imagine Avatar in the style of the Scott Pilgrim movie, especially when it gets silly? One can dream. Regardless, I think the best way for Netflix to do this thing right is to make these changes and, in some ways, improvements to the original show. So yeah, Netflix, you have my earnest curiosity now, if not my full attention quite yet. And that's it. What do you think about this new information coming out of Netflix's adaptation? Is this a good addition? Would you rather Netflix just stick to the original story exactly instead? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more Avatar content just like this. I'll catch you on the next one, and as always, peace, love, and remember, be water, my friends.